rocket like rocket fuel.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
From the 35 on second down. Luck looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Silver, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 12. Hey, Delta. 58, right over the back. Mike,
a shotgun snap for Luck. Flush to his right. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A 3rd down gain of 19.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Silver. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2. Luck. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20! 54! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! White! Watch the safety creep!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill!
Here's Hines. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Black 80! 54 Mike. Let's go, D. 11. Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
fielded just inside the 30. And he goes out right around the 39. The first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Go! 190! Hey, check. 11. 58. Hey, exit.
Mike, 58, right there. Blue Dan. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike. I got you. Go.
From the gun, here's Love. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully punt.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 17-0 our score after 1.
White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Heavy on the edges.
Hey, watch it. Hey, switch gears.
After the interception, it's Love. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now. Silver. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Luck now to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here we go, here we
The
go,
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
11. Hey, gun.
57. Mike, 57.
21.
57.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down, Colts.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
49. Check 49. 21. 11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, 50. I got him.
They run with Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
54, Mike. Hey.
Clock.
Check 26. Check 3.
On second down, Freeman trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo now, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On first down, it's Hines. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On second down, it's Hines. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to run with Freeman, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
He's coming, double up.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Royce Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Good track. Good track.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
And he's going to go down again. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You can't stop me.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Catch made here by Campbell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 43.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Play action. Garoppolo. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Hines. And he's got Rome.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
13.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Rashawn Gary, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Come on, D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think? And
that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Love. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 6. And it gets him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Green, Aiden! Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Now a give, right side. Gilliam. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Check 24. Check 24. Alert, alert. Check. Check. Ground right. Check. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
On 2nd and 12. Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Come on.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive starts with a completion, left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23.
11, 21. One set. Check, Mike, 55. 5. Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Ebron caught left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike, 45. Tackles. 21. Here we go. Check Mike, 45. Hey, do. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. All day. 65.
Garoppolo. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm coming. Switch. 12. Mike's 59. Hey, orbit.
Long. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
21. Mike's 5-4. Defense wins championships, baby.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. A quick hitter complete. It's Campbell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Go! 180! All day, any day.
Out of the gun, Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
11. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's put him on the bus. Topper. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
36.
On third down, Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Short little throw to Ebron. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
13. I got you. Hey, Haywood. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check it out,
They'll keep it on the ground. Silver. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check out. 622. That's not new.
He's coming. We got double up. 58's the mark.
On third down, Silver. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
3 buds.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.